All right, let's get to this sound. We are sending 1,000 troops, ostensibly to protect U.S. interests, which, of course, is an incredibly broad term. We mentioned this yesterday in our discussion in the wake of Tom Cotton calling for a military strike on Iran. Having defined just about everything in the world as a U.S. national security interest. And we have now been told that the Trump administration will be sending another 1,000 troops. The Pentagon will be, via the acting Secretary of Defense, who is not quite the Secretary of Defense because his hearing has been put off because of an FBI investigation into possible corruption he's had with some corporate defense suppliers. Just to, put a cherry on top of this story. Supposedly, Donald Trump has told, said today that the attack on the tankers near the Strait of Hormuz was minor because he's now trying to downplay it. There is a fascinating battle that is going on in the Trump administration between the people that Donald Trump appointed to, this is the political appointees, right? I feel like there has been a precedent within American history, certainly, of career and military officials being more belligerent, perhaps, than the political appointees and politicians. There's certainly a narrative about this with JFK regarding the Soviet Union. Histories differ, but this is a situation where Trump's own appointees seem to be trying to push for war. They are trying to push for war with Iran by putting us in such close proximity to basically nurture a mistake that leads everybody to war, or over-aggressive responses by either side that leads us to war. And then you have people like Tom Cotton who are literally out there beating a drum for war. And then you have other people. I don't know how to really, where is Trish Regan in this? Someone is trying to talk to Donald Trump through Trish Regan, which leads me to believe that maybe it's Murdoch, whoever it is, knows that Trump watches Trish Regan on Fox Business. And here she is. She's going to talk slowly, and she's going to talk rather insanely, but with a potentially good result, which is she is going to try and convince Donald Trump not to go to war because the Democrats want him to. Here it is.
There may actually be a whole lot of Americans whispering to the Iranians right now that they just need Trump out of the White House. And then the Democrats can reinstate that deal. Well, waiting for a new White House is just kind of dumb, on Iran's part anyway, because number one, despite recent polling, I suspect Trump just might get reelected. Number two, even if he doesn't get reelected, if the Iranians sit down at the table with the president now and negotiate something new, the Democrats aren't going to tear it up. Of course, that reelection thing is predicated upon a strong economy and peace. In other words, Americans like that strong economy and peace, meaning no World War III or no prolonged military conflict with Iran. But again, there are, remember, politically motivated, self-interested people everywhere, including in America. And there are people in America that would like nothing more than to see us engaged in a war with Iran because they know war could very well spell the end of Trump 2020.
Oh, no.
I love
great upshot
where this message lands. I would have done a slightly different delivery, one that
Yeah, but
didn't
you
pretend
don't
like
speak
I did.
Trump.
But I don't speak Trump. But this is fascinating. I mean, I just don't know that there is a precedent. There may be some there may have been I don't know, Lippmann maybe, would write things that maybe the president would read, and it would give a sense of where certain people.
Trish Regan is Donald Trump's Walter Lippmann.
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of but also
There's
the
a
fact
Democratic drift.
John Bolton came from Fox. I mean, it's not like these people are not seeing each other at the commissary, as it were. It's very strange, but I would say to Trump, listen to Trish Regan. We should all have a Trish Regan in our lives who are telling us that Mike Pompeo and John Bolton are not to be trusted.
You know what? I'll take it.
Definitely, if it works. Trish, I don't want to break your heart. Hey, folks, do you love...